Hey guys, this is my review for Section 8. So in this game you're a soldier and basically you have a squad of 3 other people and you have to do random missions to try and take over the certain area that you're in or like disable stuff or whatever the mission calls for. But generally you have to take over some sort of base which has like turrets and whatnot, and then there'll be some other objective. Whether it's defending something or just randomly pressing a button on some console. There's only 8 stages in this game. That's relatively short for a game, especially since the stages only take about 10 or 15 minutes each. So you're looking at maybe 1 to 2 hours of gameplay. I know that a lot of people online say it takes 5 hours of gameplay to finish this game, but it actually doesn't. The stages are really short. It would probably take you 5 hours if you were to sit by all the objectives trying to kill every single little person that ran at you, or if you had trouble and you died a lot. But I personally, it only took me about 2 hours to finish this game. But I didn't stick around to shoot people. I always focused on the objective when I was playing the game. This game also has a lot of multiplayer modes, but this game I think came out in like 2009 or somewhere around there, so it's quite an old game. The multiplayer servers are kind of dead now, so I didn't even see any games. Whenever I tried to go online to get a game, it just said that it was unavailable at this moment. So I don't know, I guess maybe they stopped using their servers or something. Who knows. This game has, I think, 6 or 5 classes that you can choose from, and you can also customize each class so that you can have whatever kind of abilities you really want. The guns are quite cool, I reckon. You've got mostly pistols, sniper rifles, shotguns, machine guns, Gatling guns, and rocket launchers. And then you've got grenades and healing ratchet thing. And then mortars, which I just class as a grenade, because pretty much it works exactly the same as a grenade, but it just has a wider area of effect. The knife is quite cool, but it can be quite difficult to stab people. I mean, the AI is alright, because they're kind of dumb and they'll stand still. But when I played this game back when multiplayer was still working, it was really hard to knife people, because you just jetpack away or something, and you can't really catch them because the sprint takes about 5 seconds or so before it finally kicks in and actually goes into sprinting speed, and then you can't really stab or shoot while you're in the sprinting speed. Taking over consoles is pretty easy in this. You just hit E to start like capturing it, and then you'll just sit there for a while it slowly goes over, but you can't walk too far away, otherwise it will stop and you have to restart. You can recapture bases and stop people during the capture process by pressing E, because pretty much you like establish a link and then you can walk off while it's still linking properly. You can leave the side, but if someone were to come and try and interrupt it, it wouldn't take them as long as if they were to fully take it over. Overall, I'd say this game was really fun, even though it's so incredibly short and they really should have added more content, but I think this game was more centered for its multiplayer play than its single player game. Especially since, like, the single player is basically the same as multiplayer, but it's just with only bots. And then you got, like, small side objectives, which you sometimes do get in the multiplayer. They might say to go to get a car convoy or something like that. And in this game, I'd just class that as a standard mission. You got vehicles as well. You got like little mech units that you can ride around with, and they basically have machine guns and melee hits. And then you've also got tanks. I'd say if they were to add something to this game, they should definitely consider adding planes or some kind of flying device, since this game's meant to be in the space like age. Since you've got like an entire fleet orbiting the planet, you'd kind of expect to see some kind of spaceship. I think they do show spaceships in the cutscenes, and they've got like Halo-styled sort of planes, from what I remember. But basically, there's no real flying a ship in this game. Otherwise, the graphics are quite good, the gameplay is really fun. I'm kind of gutted that the multiplayer wasn't working when I played the game this time. I've played this game maybe 3 times before, so I kind of know all the missions and how to do it. I just figured I'd clock it this time for YouTube. So, Basically, I'm only going to give this game an 8 out of 10. If they wanted a 10, they probably should have added a wee bit more content, and perhaps also just had more, like, more single player, more guns, and planes. But yeah, I reckon 8 stages just really isn't long enough for a game, especially when it only takes you like 2 hours to finish an entire game. But still, I mean, it was a really fun game. There's just small things that they could have done to make it a lot better. I think they did make a second Section 8. I'm not sure if it's just an expansion or if it's a completely different game. I haven't played it yet, but who knows, maybe they fixed the little things that were bad on this game. But I really like this game. Yeah, but this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with it, drop what you thought of the game in the comments below this video. But I'm only going to give it an 8 out of 10. Okay guys, see ya.